We live in a world full of challenges, where every day brings tough decisions and situations that don't go as expected. However, there is one principle that can help us not only overcome these challenges but also become stronger and more resilient than ever before. That principle is Stoicism, a philosophy that has been applied by millions to build mental toughness and remain steadfast in the face of life's storms. In today's video, we'll explore essential Stoic lessons that will help you create a personal code of ethics, forming the foundation for a happy and successful life. 1. Mental toughness and Stoicism, unlocking your inner strength. Mental toughness is more than just a buzzword. It's the quiet power that drives us to keep going when everything else seems to be falling apart. Think about a time when life threw you a curveball, maybe a failed project, a personal loss, or a tough decision. It's in those moments that mental toughness matters most. It's the ability to keep moving forward, to stay grounded when the world around you is shaking, and to find strength in adversity. But here's the good news: mental toughness isn't something you're born with, it's something you can cultivate. And Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy, is one of the most powerful tools to help you build it. Stoicism teaches us that life isn't about avoiding hardship but embracing it. Imagine you're faced with a major setback, maybe you've lost a job, or you're dealing with a personal challenge. The Stoic mindset would tell you that this difficulty is not a curse, but an opportunity. An opportunity to test your resilience, to rise stronger, and to learn from the experience. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." When we embrace adversity, we stop seeing obstacles as roadblocks and start seeing them as stepping stones. This shift in perspective is key to building mental toughness. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is focusing on what we can control. In a world full of distractions, this can be a game changer. Take a moment to reflect: how many times have you stressed about things beyond your control? Traffic, the weather, other people's actions. But here's the Stoic secret: the only things you truly control are your thoughts, reactions, and actions. By honing in on what you can influence, you free yourself from the mental exhaustion of worrying about everything else. This doesn't mean you ignore the chaos around you, but you choose where to invest your energy. And when you focus on what you can control, you'll find that life's challenges become more manageable. Another Stoic principle that builds mental toughness is self-discipline. It's about resisting the urge to take shortcuts or give in to instant gratification. Think about how often we're tempted to procrastinate, binge-watch a show, or scroll endlessly on social media, instead of putting in the hard work that's required to reach our goals. Stoicism teaches us to embrace discomfort and stay committed to our values. Imagine you're training for a marathon. It's easy to skip a workout when it's cold outside, but a Stoic would push through, understanding that the temporary discomfort leads to lasting growth. Self-discipline isn't about perfection, it's about making the right choice even when it's hard. Finally, one of the most powerful tools Stoicism offers for mental toughness is emotional resilience. Life isn't always going to go as planned. You'll face rejection, failure, and disappointment. But here's the thing: how you respond to these moments determines your strength. Stoicism teaches that we don't have to be slaves to our emotions. When things go wrong, we can choose how to react. Instead of letting anger, frustration, or fear control us, we can approach challenges with calmness and clarity. Think about a time when you felt overwhelmed. The Stoic approach would be to pause, take a deep breath, and decide what the next right step is. In those moments, your inner strength becomes your greatest ally. By applying these Stoic principles, embracing adversity, focusing on what you can control, practicing self-discipline, and building emotional resilience, you start to forge mental toughness that not only helps you overcome challenges, but empowers you to thrive. And remember, mental toughness isn't about being invincible, it's about having the strength to keep going, no matter what life throws your way. So take a moment today to reflect on how you can apply Stoicism to your life and build the mental toughness that will help you become unstoppable. 2. Embrace adversity, turning challenges into opportunities. Life isn't always smooth sailing. There are days when everything seems to go wrong, when challenges hit you out of nowhere, or when things don't go according to plan. And it's in those moments that most people either shrink back or try to escape the discomfort. But what if you looked at adversity differently? What if you saw every setback, every struggle, as an opportunity for growth rather than an obstacle to avoid? This is the heart of Stoicism. The Stoic mindset teaches us that adversity is not our enemy, it's our greatest teacher. When things get tough, we have a choice: we can let adversity break us down, or we can rise to the occasion and grow stronger. Think about a time when you faced a challenge that felt like a huge setback. Maybe it was a difficult breakup, a career failure, or a personal struggle. At first, it might have seemed like a roadblock, but as time went on, you probably realized that you learned something important from the experience. Stoics believe that these moments of struggle are not accidents, they are opportunities for self-improvement. When we embrace adversity, we start to see it as a catalyst for building resilience and fortitude. Take the example of a blacksmith forging a sword. The sword goes through heat, pressure, and hammering, but it's precisely those forces that shape it into something strong and sharp. Your challenges are no different. They might hurt in the moment, but they are shaping you into a stronger, more capable person. By reframing your view on adversity, you can transform every challenge into a stepping stone on the path to becoming the best version of yourself. Instead of running from discomfort or trying to control the uncontrollable, the Stoic approach is to lean into it. When you're faced with a tough situation, don't ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Instead, ask, "What can I learn from this? How can this make me better?" This mindset shift doesn't make pain any less real, but it gives you the power to respond with strength and clarity. When you see setbacks as lessons, you're no longer a victim of your circumstances, you become an active participant in your own growth. So, the next time you face a setback, whether it's personal, professional, or anything in between, remember this: adversity is not your enemy. It's a powerful force that, when embraced, can help you grow, evolve, and develop the mental toughness necessary to overcome whatever life throws your way. Instead of avoiding challenges, see them as opportunities to build your character. Because it's through the tough times that we discover who we truly are and what we're capable of. 3. Focus on what you can control, letting go of the rest. Life often feels like a whirlwind of uncontrollable events: traffic jams, unexpected setbacks, the opinions of others. And when these things spiral out of our control, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. We find ourselves worrying about what we can't change, stressing over things that aren't in our hands. But here's the game changer: what if you let go of the need to control everything? This is where Stoicism offers us a powerful insight. One of its core principles is simple but profound: focus on what you can control and let go of the rest. It sounds easy in theory, but it's something we can all struggle with in our daily lives. From the smallest irritations, like a spilled coffee, to life-altering events, like a job loss or personal crisis, the Stoic approach teaches us to direct our energy towards things we have the power to influence: our actions, our thoughts, and our reactions. For example, think about a time when you were stuck in traffic. You can't change the traffic, but you can control your reaction. You could let frustration build, complain, and let it ruin your day. Or, you could choose to take a deep breath, listen to a podcast, or simply accept the situation as part of the journey. It's not about denying the reality of the moment, but about realizing that your peace of mind doesn't need to be tied to something outside your control. By practicing this mindset, you free yourself from the constant burden of trying to control the uncontrollable. You stop wasting energy on things that don't matter, and instead, you channel that energy into areas where you do have influence. Think about the aspects of your life you can control: your choices, how you treat others, how you manage your time. These are the areas where your power lies. When you focus on these, progress becomes not just possible, but inevitable. This shift in focus is liberating. It gives you the mental clarity to act with purpose and intention, without getting bogged down by frustration or anxiety over things that don't serve you. And as you begin to master this art of focus, you'll notice how much more calm, confident, and centered you feel, even in the face of life's challenges. When you stop wasting energy on what you can't change, you free up the space to focus on what truly matters: your growth, your actions, and your impact on the world. So, the next time you feel the weight of something outside your control, remember this Stoic lesson: take a step back, refocus, and put your energy into what you can change. You might not be able to control the world, but you absolutely have the power to control how you show up in it. And that is where real progress begins. 4. Practice self-discipline, the power to push through. Self-discipline is one of the most powerful tools we can develop, yet it's also one of the most challenging. We all have moments where we want to indulge, take shortcuts, or avoid discomfort. But it's in those moments, the moments of temptation or hesitation, that self-discipline becomes our greatest ally. It's the muscle that helps us push through the pain, delay gratification, and stay on course when everything inside us wants to quit. In Stoicism, self-discipline isn't just about controlling your impulses, it's about training your mind to stay committed to what truly matters. The Stoics saw self-discipline as the cornerstone of personal freedom. It allows you to break free from the cycles of instant gratification and external distractions that can derail your long-term goals. Take a moment to reflect: how often do you put off important tasks because something in the moment feels more appealing? Maybe it's binge-watching a TV show instead of working on that project. Or grabbing that extra donut instead of sticking to your health goals. These small choices add up, and while they seem insignificant at the time, they can slowly erode your sense of purpose and progress. The Stoic mindset teaches us to delay gratification. Instead of giving in to fleeting desires, focus on the bigger picture: what's more important in the long run. It's about choosing long-term fulfillment over short-term pleasure. Think about how athletes train for years to achieve success. They endure hours of practice, sacrifice comfort, and push their bodies to the limit, all for a single moment of glory. That's self-discipline at its finest. Self-discipline doesn't mean you deny yourself pleasure or enjoyment. It means you recognize the value of saying no to things that don't serve your greater purpose. It's like having a filter for your life, a way to prioritize what's important and avoid distractions that pull you away from your goals. Over time, this kind of discipline builds resilience and inner strength. You start to trust yourself more, knowing that you have the power to stick to your commitments, even when it's tough. In Stoic philosophy, this concept is vital for personal growth. When you practice self-discipline, you begin to shape yourself into a person who can withstand challenges, stay calm in the face of temptation, and act in alignment with your values. This isn't just about achieving success, it's about developing a deep inner confidence that comes from knowing you have the strength to endure, no matter what comes your way. So, the next time you're faced with a temptation or a moment of weakness, remember, the path of self-discipline might not always be easy, but it's the one that leads to lasting strength, fulfillment, and the confidence that you can face anything life throws at you. 5. Develop emotional resilience, mastering your inner world. Emotional resilience is the ability to stay composed, calm, and clear-headed when life doesn't go as planned. It's the art of maintaining your equilibrium, even when the storms of adversity are swirling around you. Life throws challenges at all of us, but it's not the challenges themselves that define us, it's how we respond to them. This is where emotional resilience comes in. In Stoic philosophy, emotions are seen as natural, but not necessarily helpful. While feeling anger, frustration, or sadness is human, letting those emotions control you is where the problem lies. The Stoics believe that we can learn to manage our emotions, instead of letting them run our lives. By developing emotional resilience, we take back control of our inner world, no matter how chaotic the outer world becomes. Imagine you've just received a setback: maybe you didn't get the promotion you were hoping for, or your project didn't turn out the way you wanted. It's easy to be flooded with anger, disappointment, or even despair. But what if, instead of being swept away by these emotions, you took a step back, took a deep breath, and responded with clarity? This is what the Stoics teach. In their view, emotional resilience is about learning to observe our emotions without being consumed by them. It's about recognizing that feelings like anger or sadness are temporary states, not permanent truths. Rather than letting negative emotions dictate your actions, you can choose how to respond. The key here is awareness, acknowledging what you're feeling without allowing it to control your behavior. For example, think about a time when you faced a challenging situation at work, a breakdown in a relationship, or a personal failure. Your initial emotional reaction might have been one of frustration or defeat. But by practicing emotional resilience, you can step back and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I respond in a way that helps me grow, rather than being trapped in negativity? The Stoics believe that we can train ourselves to respond rationally and thoughtfully, even in moments of stress. One of their most famous techniques was to practice negative visualization, imagining the worst-case scenario to help prepare the mind for challenges. This way, when adversity strikes, you're not caught off guard by strong emotional reactions. Instead, you're better equipped to maintain your composure, think clearly, and take measured action. Another key aspect of emotional resilience is understanding that setbacks are not the end of the road. They are part of the journey. When life doesn't go your way, instead of viewing it as a defeat, see it as a lesson. Every challenge offers an opportunity to strengthen your mental and emotional muscles. The Stoics believe that the more adversity you face with composure and clarity, the stronger your emotional resilience becomes. So, the next time you feel the surge of negative emotions, remember, you have the power to choose your response. Emotions are like the weather, they come and go. What matters is how you navigate through them. By developing emotional resilience, you not only maintain your calm in the face of challenges, but you also build a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. 6. Cultivate gratitude, the key to a resilient mindset. Gratitude isn't just about being thankful when things are going well, it's a mindset that transforms how you experience life, especially during tough times. It's easy to feel grateful when everything is falling into place, a promotion at work, a beautiful day, or a moment of success. But the real power of gratitude lies in how you use it when life gets challenging, when you feel overwhelmed, or when things seem to be falling apart. That's when gratitude becomes your shield, helping you to keep your head up and move forward. Stoicism teaches us that life is full of both highs and lows, and neither is permanent. What truly matters is how we respond to the challenges that come our way. By cultivating gratitude, we change our perspective on adversity. Instead of viewing hardships as roadblocks, we start to see them as opportunities for growth. When we practice gratitude, we remind ourselves that even in tough times, there are lessons to learn, strengths to uncover, and moments of beauty to appreciate. Think about a time when you faced a difficult situation, a job loss, a personal challenge, or a failure. It's easy to spiral into frustration or despair, focusing only on what's going wrong. But if you could shift your focus, even for a moment, and find something to be grateful for, whether it's the support of friends, the strength within yourself, or the clarity you gained from the experience, it changes everything. You begin to see challenges not as burdens but as catalysts for personal development. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring pain or pretending everything is okay when it's not. It's about acknowledging both the good and the bad, and choosing to focus on what you can appreciate, no matter how small. Maybe it's the warmth of a cup of coffee in the morning, or the lessons you've learned through difficulty. These moments of gratitude build a mental foundation that allows you to stay grounded during the storms of life. By practicing gratitude regularly, you're training your mind to see the positive, even in the midst of adversity. You're developing emotional resilience, which is essential for mental toughness. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back from challenges, it's about growing stronger and more adaptable because of them. Gratitude shifts your mindset, helping you see every setback as part of a greater journey, each challenge as an opportunity to become more resilient, more focused, and more capable. So, the next time life feels like it's testing you, take a moment to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, what can I be grateful for in this moment? You might be surprised by how much power gratitude has to shift your mindset, transform your experience, and help you navigate even the toughest of times. 7. Practice acceptance and maintain perspective, the art of letting go and seeing clearly. In life, there are countless things we can't control, other people's actions, the weather, or unexpected events that disrupt our plans. It's easy to get caught up in frustration when things don't go our way, but this is where Stoicism offers us a powerful lesson: acceptance. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up or resigning ourselves to defeat. It means recognizing the reality of a situation, letting go of what we cannot change, and focusing our energy on what we can influence. Think about it. How many times have you found yourself obsessing over something you couldn't control, like waiting for a late flight, or stressing over a decision someone else made that impacts you? These things are out of our hands, yet they often consume our time and energy. Acceptance, as taught by the Stoics, invites us to release these mental burdens. Instead of wasting our emotional energy on the uncontrollable, we shift our focus to the things we can control: our actions, our responses, and our attitudes. This shift is liberating. Once you embrace acceptance, you free yourself from the tyranny of external circumstances. Imagine facing a challenge, like a tough project at work or a personal setback. Instead of spending energy worrying about what's out of your hands, you focus on what you can do right now. You choose to act with intention, to stay calm, and to do your best, regardless of the external situation. This mindset doesn't just bring peace, it brings strength. Maintaining perspective is equally important. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the ups and downs of life, but Stoicism teaches us to detach from the emotional highs and lows and view situations objectively. When we keep a clear head, we're able to make better decisions, avoid rash reactions, and take the right steps towards solving our problems. Whether you're dealing with a failure or facing a tough choice, stepping back and maintaining perspective allows you to see things for what they really are, neither catastrophic nor miraculous, but simply part of the journey. To maintain perspective, it helps to practice mental distance. In the heat of the moment, step back and ask yourself, how important is this in the grand scheme of things? Will this matter a year from now? This small act of detachment gives you the clarity needed to think rationally and make decisions without being clouded by emotion. When you combine acceptance with perspective, you unlock a deep sense of resilience. Life will always throw challenges your way, but you don't have to be thrown off course by them. You can accept the things you cannot change, focus on the things you can control, and maintain a clear and rational outlook, no matter what's happening around you. This is the Stoic path to inner strength, peace, and a life lived with purpose. 8. Develop a growth mindset, transforming challenges into opportunities. One of the most empowering aspects of Stoicism is its invitation to embrace a growth mindset, a mindset where learning and self-improvement are at the heart of everything you do. Stoics believe that life is a constant journey of growth, and the key to resilience and success lies in how we respond to challenges. Rather than seeing obstacles as roadblocks, Stoicism encourages us to view them as opportunities to evolve. Mistakes, failures, and setbacks are a natural part of life. But how often do we beat ourselves up when things go wrong? We tend to label mistakes as failures, and this negative framing can paralyze us. Instead, Stoicism offers a powerful shift in perspective: see mistakes as teachers, not failures. Each misstep, each time we fall short, is an opportunity to learn and improve. This shift in mindset is liberating. It removes the fear of failure and replaces it with the excitement of growth. Think of any successful person you admire. They likely didn't get there without a series of failures along the way. Take Thomas Edison, for example. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Every failure was a lesson that brought him one step closer to success. This is the Stoic approach. When things don't go as planned, instead of getting discouraged, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I do better next time? This question opens the door to personal growth and resilience. The key to developing a growth mindset is to embrace discomfort and uncertainty. Growth doesn't happen when we stay in our comfort zones, it happens when we push ourselves beyond what we know, take risks, and are open to learning from every experience. Every challenge, whether big or small, holds valuable lessons that shape us into stronger, wiser individuals. Stoicism teaches us to look for those lessons, rather than focusing on what went wrong. Another powerful aspect of a growth mindset is the ability to bounce back. Life will inevitably throw curveballs, but with a Stoic mindset, you begin to see setbacks as temporary and not defining. Each time you encounter adversity, you gain a little more strength, wisdom, and resilience. You don't just survive, you grow stronger. So, the next time you face a challenge, remember, it's not about avoiding mistakes, but about using them as stepping stones to become the best version of yourself. 9. Stay present and avoid overthinking, the power of living in the now. One of the most important teachings of Stoicism is the power of staying present. In a world where we're constantly bombarded by distractions, it's easy to lose ourselves in thoughts of the past or future. We obsess over past mistakes or worry about what's to come, and in doing so, we drain our mental energy. Stoicism encourages us to break free from this cycle and focus on the here and now. When we focus on the present moment, we unlock a sense of clarity, peace, and control that allows us to navigate life with resilience. Think about how often you find yourself lost in overthinking, whether it's replaying a conversation in your head, regretting something you did in the past, or stressing about an upcoming event. This constant mental chatter only takes us away from the present, preventing us from making rational decisions or handling situations with a calm mind. Stoicism teaches us that the past is gone and the future is uncertain, but the present is where we have the power to act. It's in this moment that we have the ability to choose our responses, make thoughtful decisions, and approach challenges with clarity. When we stay focused on the present, we create a mental space where we can think clearly. Picture a moment when you were fully immersed in what you were doing, whether it was working on a project, spending time with loved ones, or enjoying a walk in nature. You probably felt more at ease, more effective, and more connected. This is what Stoics mean by living in the moment. It's not about avoiding responsibilities or ignoring the future, but about recognizing that the only time we truly have control over is right now. Overthinking often stems from fear of what went wrong in the past or fear of what could go wrong in the future. But in Stoic philosophy, fear is a product of our mind. The Stoic practice of mindfulness invites us to confront these fears by grounding ourselves in the present. Every time you find yourself spiraling into worry, remind yourself to take a deep breath and bring your focus back to the present task at hand. This simple practice helps calm the mind, reduce stress, and prevent unnecessary anxiety. By training ourselves to stay present, we become more effective in how we handle challenges. We are better able to assess situations with a clear head, make better decisions, and respond to obstacles with a sense of calmness and composure. So, next time you're feeling overwhelmed, try bringing yourself back to the present moment. Focus on what you can do right now, and let go of the rest. By staying grounded in the now, you'll discover a sense of peace that empowers you to navigate life's challenges with resilience and confidence. 10. Create a personal code of ethics, building a life of integrity and purpose. Stoicism teaches us that the foundation of a strong and meaningful life lies in the development of a personal code of ethics. This code is rooted in timeless virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. When you live according to these principles, you create a roadmap for your actions, ensuring that your decisions reflect your true character and contribute to long-term success and fulfillment. The beauty of Stoic ethics is that they are not just abstract ideas, they are actionable guidelines that can shape every aspect of your life. Let's start with wisdom. In Stoic philosophy, wisdom isn't just about accumulating knowledge, it's about applying that knowledge in a way that leads to virtuous action. Wisdom helps you navigate life's complexities and make decisions that align with your higher purpose. It's about having the discernment to know what matters most and the clarity to stay focused on it. For example, instead of getting caught up in trivial distractions or following fleeting desires, wisdom helps you prioritize what will bring lasting fulfillment, such as relationships, personal growth, and meaningful work. Next comes courage. Stoicism teaches us that courage isn't about fearlessness, it's about acting in spite of fear. It's the courage to face challenges head-on, to stand up for what is right, and to do what is difficult yet necessary. Think of a time when you had to speak up in a difficult situation or make a tough decision, even when the path wasn't clear. That's courage in action. By cultivating courage, you build resilience in the face of adversity and gain the strength to follow through on your values, even when the world around you is uncertain or unkind. The third pillar of Stoic ethics is justice. In Stoicism, justice isn't just about following the law, it's about acting with fairness and integrity in every interaction. It means being honest, treating others with respect, and contributing to the common good. Justice requires that we look beyond our personal interests and think about how our actions affect others. When you choose to act justly, you not only build trust and goodwill with others, but you also contribute to a more compassionate and harmonious world. Finally, temperance is about finding balance in all things. It's the ability to resist excess, whether in food, drink, or any other form of indulgence. Temperance allows you to live with moderation, ensuring that your desires do not control you but rather that you control them. This virtue teaches self-control and mindfulness, helping you avoid being swept away by instant gratifications or distractions. For example, practicing temperance means knowing when to rest, when to work, and when to play, finding a healthy rhythm that supports your well-being. By integrating these Stoic virtues, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, into your daily life, you create a personal code of ethics that acts as a compass, guiding your decisions and actions. When you live according to these principles, you build a life of integrity and purpose, where your choices align with your core values and lead you to long-term success and fulfillment. This personal code doesn't just define who you are, it shapes the impact you have on the world around you. Building a personal code of ethics based on Stoic principles such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance will not only help you navigate challenges but also provide a solid foundation for every decision you make in life. Don't let difficulties or negative emotions control you. By living according to these values, you'll begin to see positive changes in all areas of your life. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you never miss any content that can help you build a stronger, more inspiring life. Share this video with your friends and family, because we all deserve to live a better life. Together, we can become the best versions of ourselves.